Hey guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. Oh boy, what a week! A lot of things to talk about for this stream. Oh my gosh, just so many things happening in the toy world. I got to tell you, um, there's been a lot of ups and downs, really, and I- it's a really strange thing these days, especially with the way toy companies tend to act. And I want to just cover a couple of things that have been top of mind as of late. Uh, I got to tell you, there are some deadlines coming up. I posted a video earlier this afternoon that a couple of things are starting to make their way. Ghostbusters related, and I wanted to really bring up a lot of things that have caught my attention on that front. Um, but there's also we're winding down to the end of the year, and Thanksgiving's coming up. To for all of our American friends, we had our Thanksgiving back in October. Um, but there's just so much things happening right now, especially in the toy space, and a lot of things to talk about. But that doesn't mean that things have stopped. There's still a lot of things happening. A lot of action figures which are still in the works, and I just want to take a little bit of time and reconnect with everybody. I also have to say that um, it's been a whole week of reminiscing. As you guys know, I took a trip down to Legion's Con to celebrate the life of my friend um, Ryan Endersby, and there's a lot of things to take into that as well. But uh, life moves on, and a lot of things do happen. But while I was there, it was great. It was great to see everyone who knew Ryan, everyone who remembered him, and showcase his work. To everybody who was there. And I do have to say that it's touching. It was really, really touching to have everybody, share some stories and um, you know, just the admiration that a lot of people had for the work that Ryan did. And I want to thank everybody who helped me get there. It would not have been possible without all the support of everybody here. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Um, and it was great because a lot of people did get to sign the banner that we had made and brought to the show. And I will be sending that banner over back to the family. I do intend very much to keep in touch with Ryan's family, and they have a lot of things which they're dealing with right now. Um, and I'll have some more details as to how everybody else can help. Um, the and I oh sorry, I forgot to mention this earlier, but I did want to say that huge shout out to everyone who's donated to the family for their GoFundMe. It means the world to them, and it really is in this troubling time. Every little bit counts. So I'll probably put a link in the description below later where you guys can do that if you guys are still interested in helping out the family. But I just wanted to put that out there really quick, just to get it out, really get it out of the way because things do move on. You know what I mean? Like the event was great. So many things were announced at the show. I met good friends Carlos and JP of Thundercats Classics and the Badass Reviews. And those guys are freaking amazing. They have a brand new toy line coming out called From the Realm, and we're going to touch on that too a little later. A lot of independent stuff that's going on today, but I definitely wanted to sit down and really just share some insights that I have for upcoming projects that let's just say are all over the place right now. So many things happening that again, a lot of looming deadlines, if you will. It's getting absolutely crazy. Um, but it's really good to be back and see you guys and just chat and talk toys again. Like it. I feel like we're always looking for that big thing to, and as collectors, we're never really satisfied, right? I mean, Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving is coming, and a lot of things are happening right now. And we are blessed to have so many, Renaissance toys. You know what I mean? Thundercats Cats Lair is coming out. You know what I mean? That thing is going to be absolutely massive. There's a whole bunch of different. I just got to notice that my two in a box, Ghostbusters, PKE meter, and the Ghost Trap, it's about to ship, right? So that's really exciting. The people are starting to receive their HasLab. The hell is it called? The Dragonfly. Mine's stuck at the board. Mine's stuck at the border right now. So a lot of things to look forward to. A lot of things to look forward to. But there are a lot of things which unfinished business in a lot of ways for a lot of people, and we're definitely going to start getting into that. But before we do that, let's say hi to everybody's in the chat. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. As always, it's a wonderful pleasure to have all you guys here and talking toys. Right, so much fun. Shao Kahn, what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Chad Stewart's in the house. What's going on, brother? Nolan, what's going on? Always great to see the Nolan in the house. Aquarius Man, what's going on, dude? No Chewing is in the house. What's going on, No Chewing? Always good to see Chewy. I saw Chewy and all the toy daddies at Legion's Con. It was so great. They signed the banner, and the support from those guys is just awesome. If you haven't already, check out No Chewing on Instagram, and of course the Toy Daddies on YouTube. Wonderful toy photographers and content creators. You will not regret following No Chewing. Chewy's right here. Give them a like and follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. King Panther, Noel, what's going on, brother? Always great to see the King Panther in the house. The Canadian, the Dragon is the showstopper, hands down. Yes, indeed. He was definitely impressive, to say the least. It was absolutely stunning to see him literally kind of walking around the entire convention. I'm just kidding. Geek Illustrated Dad, what's going on, brother? Idris Elba to play Man at Arms, baby. That would be sick. That would be sick to see Idris Elba as Man at Arms. That would be very, very cool. Probably not going to happen in our lifetime, but we'll see what happens. I know that the casting is there, right? They're still casting, and everybody's talking in the movie. And I keep saying it, and I'm sorry to have to say it this way, everybody, but I'll believe it when I see it. I am a proponent. I want the Masters of the Universe movie to come out. I do, but I just have very little faith. I have very little faith in that prospect. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. It just, to me, it just does not seem viable at this point. It just doesn't. They've tried so many times to reboot that movie, and honestly, it's just fallen on deaf ears every single freaking time. So, if you'll forgive me if I'm a little cynical about that whole thing, or maybe you won't. I don't know. That's just the way it is. Aquarius Man, I'm doing good, Nolan. So much to get, but money and get back and getting that Ghostbuster HasLab. We're going to talk about that Ghostbuster HasLab, everybody. We're definitely going to be talking about that. I've got a lot to say about that. Jabbar, always good to see Jabbar Robbins. Hello to Jay and chat. Next year will mark the 50th anniversary of Super Sentai. That's right. It wasn't just the Power Rangers. It was even well before that. It was still doing its thing. Shao Kahn, how's the weather there, Jay? You know what? It's gloomy. It is very gloomy. It's raining a lot. It's colder. It's not frigidly cold yet, but it is colder. But it is gloomy. It is very, very gloomy. With all faults, what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? Chinovo is in the house. Good to see you. Slambuster Dan. Whoa, dude, long time, bro. Holy crap. It's been a while since we've seen Slambuster Dan. Hey, Jay, good to see you. Just a plea from the audience. Please, someone return your unsold extra Donatello Sewer Labs. I would really like to receive the item I paid for. That we're gonna talk about that, my friend. Oh my god, we're gonna talk about that. I feel sorry for Slambuster Dan. I really do. Unfortunately, and I will say this, it's my understanding some people already sold them. Terrible. But you know what? That's not anybody else's fault. And I really have to say it this way: it really is NECA's fault in a lot of ways. And you know what? it really is a screw up, and I'm sorry for everybody who's suffering from it, particularly Slam Buster Dan. That really sucks. It really does. But you know what? And I will say it this way, and I'm not the only one who feels this way. But NECA has to do right by the fans. They have to print more, right? They were probably going to do it anyway. So you know what? They have to print more. They have to guarantee those sales, right, to the people who put the money down. It's not right. They have to do that, and we have to talk about certain platitudes, certain attitudes that have been going on lately. And I do want to just, it's the elephant in the room. And, a good friend of the channel, Matt Hatter, has really touched on it. And I think it's something that we do have to discuss. Rasta Flip, what's going on, bro? How you doing tonight? Addy Boy in the house. Guys, definitely check out Addy Boy. I've got an interview coming up with him. I just haven't had time to cut it. But Addy Boy's doing some great work, honestly. He's done some incredible stuff. Sudeba, good to say. Sudehuba. I think. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm pretty sure I'm screwing that up. But good to see you, Sudeba. Canada. Andrew Davis, what's going on, dude? Always good. We missed Andrew Davis. He was supposed to come to the show, but he didn't make it, which is okay. Damon Saylor, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? Saylor? Sorry. Damon Saylor. Again, I'm the worst with names. Absolutely terrible. Geek Illustrated Dad. Deadline has reposted it. He's cast. I want to believe it. I want to believe it. I do. I want to believe it. We'll see what happens. When the principal photography is done, I will eat my words. I want it to happen. I really, really want it to happen. No matter where it ends up, whether it's on Earth or not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Sudeba does not want to I don't know, man. Aquarius, man. It's great. Get what you want from Four Heart. Back the Cobra Rattler 2. Yes, 100%. Absolutely. Geek Strong's in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? The Canadian. I'm an 80s guy, but I think leave the 80s. Their specialty for movies. There you go. Aaron, the Toy Hanser is in the house, dude. Long time, bro. You should honestly, Aaron, you should send me a PM right now on IG. Do you want to jump on? Because I'd love to have you, bro. Seriously, if you want to jump on, send me a PM on IG, and I'll send you the link. Let me know if you're up for that, Aaron. Seriously, bro, send me a hello. We'll get this done. Where, bro? Where? Jeez. What part of Canada are you in? Are you up north? Are you in Ontario? Did it snow in Thunder Bay? I don't know. Let me know. That's crazy, dude. Oh my gosh. I'm not looking forward to that. I love the snow, but I'm still not looking forward to that. Aquarius, man, how's your toy hat, dude? My toy hats are thin right now. I will say that I'm going to be doing a couple of walkthroughs of Titan Toys. They've renovated their entire place, and it's huge. They knocked down a whole bunch of walls. It's really cool what they've done, and they have a lot of really cool stuff. So we definitely will circle back to Titan Toy. I might do a toy hunt, for catch and release, which is all I can do right now. But yeah, I might end up going to Toys R Us because, shocker, there are a whole bunch of Toys R Us which are closing in Canada right now. It's a bad scene. Right now. I probably will end up visiting one of my favorite Toys R Us's that I visited back in the day, which was the Young Store Toys R Us over by Steele's, because they're shutting their doors just before Christmas. I think before Christmas, which is really making me sad. It's a really, really sad day. Everything on there, everything inside the store is on sale for 10% off. It's a sad time right now. It's a really, really sad time, unfortunately. They're good. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. God willing, everyone's okay. So thank you, my friend. Geek Illustrated Dad. I feel you, man. I just have a feeling it's happening this time. So get ready for a good journey. I am always ready. I'm always ready for a good journey in Eternia. Unfortunately, it's going to start on Earth, but that's okay. It's not really, but I'll live with it. I'll weather that storm. Yojo C, Mega Man, and chat. What's going on, bro? How you doing tonight? Always good to see the Yojo C. Jobar Robbins. Prince, rest in peace, said one good thing about cold weather. It's so cold, it keeps the bad people out. This is probably true. Alex Valdez, what's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? Always good to see Alex. Slambuster Dan, it's totally NECA's fault. They need to manufacture more and do the right thing. All right, you know what? We're gonna get started with that tonight because it's true. I totally agree, absolutely 100% without question. Aaron, offers open if you want to drop in. I'm gonna check my Instagram right now, see if Aaron sent me a PM. Nothing yet, but hopefully he will. I would love to have Aaron on the chat. That would be so great. On the channel, on the stream. TF Thruster 2021. What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? We have other guests coming in tonight as well. Ramen Toy and Riot Press. I'm really excited about to talk to Patrick over there. He's a lot of great stuff, and honestly, we're going to be bringing him in a little bit later. But very, very excited about some of the things that's going on there. I first saw the stuff. You guys, I'll probably bring up the video a little later in the show. But I saw some really great stuff from Riot Press, and I'm bringing Patrick in a little later in the show. But I did want to touch on the NECA stuff first because that really takes a bit of that's something important to talk about. Geek Strong, what's going on, dude? Nolan, I have the final few AWOC figures, Wave 3 coming in Tuesday. They just need Wave 4, and I'll be caught up. That is so cool, dude. And you know what? I am going to talk about the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom Battle of the Kingdom contest. I want to show everybody the new dioramas that are being made for the prizes. I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. Alberta! Oh my god, dude! It's snowing already in Alberta. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I hope it's okay. I hope it's not like up to your shoulders yet. Jeez Louise. Drive safe, brother. Drive safe. The Nolan grew up in Alberta and Saskatchewan, and Nolan's in Saskatchewan now. Bro, guys, take care. Drive safe. Don't put those winter tires on, man. This is crazy. Damien Saylor, Meg J is Masterverse coming out with the cat on the bad guy's side, so they can help battle the cat. Yes, Panther is coming, my friend. Panther is coming. We already know this. Re-teased on the box art of Evil Lynn, so he is coming. The Canadian Toys R Us closing. Well, there's prices is what's causing it. It's still sad, man. It's still such a sad time for nostalgia and toy collecting, and just a really great toy company. It really is sad. Aquarius Man Jay, I'd like to see your toy shelf. You making a video a long time ago, moving your toys, and you bought a building. I didn't buy a building. No, I moved it from one part of the building to the other part of the building, but no, I didn't buy a building. Aquarius Man, I hope I didn't confuse you. No, it's all good, brother. It's all good. It's okay, brother. No worries. Drive safe, man. Like safe travels, brother. Safe travels. Anytime. Aaron, you are always welcome. Aaron, guys, head over to Aaron the Toy Hancer on YouTube. He does some great retrospectives and, of course, great insights into toys. Especially G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe. Met him at Joe Fest. He's a freaking gem. Definitely. Head over to Aaron the Toy Hancer on YouTube. Give him a like and a follow. Tell him Jay sent you. The Canadian, hoping to give people third-person companies more love in 2025. I'm hoping so too, bro. And part of that is definitely we're definitely going to be talking to Riot Press in a little bit. So stick around, guys, because we're definitely going to have a wonderful discussion with Patrick. Yo, Joe C. Hoping the HasLab funds. My wallet is hoping it doesn't. Eek. We're going to talk about that one too. The Nerd Affiliated. What's up, everybody? Especially Geek Strong. What's going on, dude? Good to see you, Nerd Affiliated. Titan Toys building. Yes, it's awesome. It's freaking crazy. I always have a great time when I'm there. Everyone's saying hi to everybody else. Rhea Black is in the house. What's going on, Rhea? Always good to see you. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are awesome. You know what? I'm just going to grab it. I'm going to grab it right now. I'm going to give a huge shout out to Nolan and Rhea because these two always taking care of me. Always taking care of me. Can you believe they sent me this crazy? Look at that. I can't believe Nolan and Rhea sent me this amazing Slamurai. My God, you guys are too much. You guys are freaking amazing. Thank you. Nolan, Rhea, you guys are crazy. Sorry about that. Probably destroyed your eardrums. But thank you guys. Honestly, I would never have been able to get Slamurai without you guys. This is so, you guys are amazing. I just ruined it. Sorry about that, guys. But seriously, thank you so much for this. It really is incredible. You guys are crazy. First they sent me cornflakes, and then they send me a slime. All right, you guys are insane. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. All right. So before we bring in Riot Press, let's talk a little bit about the situation happening with NECA Toys, because Slambuster Rodan, he's one of the victims, man. This is freaking crazy, dude. This is absolutely nuts. I mean, seriously. All right, so let's talk about the elephant in the room, guys. So earlier this week, NECA fans started receiving these weird little emails, and I don't know how to respond to this. I really don't. Good friend of the channel, Matt Hatter, covered this on his channel, and it's only right that we cover it here just to bring attention to this. So this is from NECA Direct. So this is kind of crazy. It goes on to say, "Thank you for being a loyal NECA customer." Now, this email was actually sent out. Little precursor here. So first of all, just so that we're all on the same page here. First of all, what actually ended up happening was that where is it here? I'm just looking for the. If anybody remembers, I'll bring it up. The NECA Donatello's Lab was pretty well anticipated for a long time, and people were excited about this. They were really at much anticipation for this amazing set. People were really chomping at the bit for this, and I don't blame them. To me, this isn't something that I personally would have been. No, not that's not entirely true. I would definitely have been in on this. People, so many different sites have covered this, including our good friends over at Toy News SI, Toy News International, and a lot of people put the money down, their hard-earned cash, to pre-order this when it went up for sale earlier this year on the NECA store as an official NECA exclusive. And again, it looks great. It really does. It's got the cartoon aesthetic. It has that wonderful Donatello feel. You know what I mean? There he is, just hanging out in his little laboratory, his little mad scientist lab, and everyone was so excited about this set, but it wasn't cheap. It set you back quite a bit. I mean, look here, right on NECA official, it was $299.99, and they completely sold out very, very quickly. Here's the problem. For those of you who don't know what's actually going on. So, unfortunately, several sets were mailed out to people who actually did not order them. This was some sort of logistical error. And unfortunately, a number of these sets have actually gone to people who did not actually pay for them, A, and did not actually order them, B. So, earlier this week, I think it was like Wednesday, or was it Tuesday? Letters started going out to different customers, NECA customers, who basically received this lab. And again, it was one of these things. So here's the letter. I'll just bring it up. I think it's on this one. No, hold on. Where am I doing? Come on, where'd you go? There it is. So this letter actually came directly from NECA officially. Action required. Return of incorrect product. So this goes on to say, thank you for being loyal to NECA's customer. We're writing to inform you that due to an unexpected error in our shipping system, you received an extra Donatello Sewer Lab diorama by mistake. So I think what this is actually saying is that people who did order them actually got extras. If I'm reading this right. It goes on to say that we sincerely apologize for the mix-up and confusion. To help us resolve the situation and ensure that there are enough dioramas for the customers who bought them, we kindly request that you return the extra product to us. We will provide you with a prepaid return shipping label to make it as easy as possible. This is all good. So far, it starts off great. It starts off as an open letter, a request, for people to do the right thing and to return, these dioramas, which don't belong to them. You know what I mean? They got an extra one. They got lucky. And please, we implore you, please return it. It goes on to say that there's a bunch of instructions and easy to do. Easy peasy. It's already been, the shipping notice has already been, the label's already been pre-printed. This is where things got to get a little bit weird. So it starts off with something gracious, very gracious of NECA. Actually, freaking awesome of NECA. We profusely apologize for the inconvenience. Upon receiving the diorama, we will provide you with a $100 NECA store credit to use on your next TMNT purchase as a token of our appreciation. Great stuff. Great stuff. You know, they screwed up. They want to give the people who are honest and have this extra diorama $100 for returning it. You know what? That's good PR. I really appreciate that, NECA. That's the good stuff. Here comes the not so good stuff, and a little weird at the same time. They go on to say failure to return the diorama may result in limited opportunities to buy future products from the NECA store. What the heck is that? What the heck is that? Now, Hunter did a much better job at this than I'm doing right now, because he went through the whole process of what's going on here. But I mean, that can be construed in so many ways. Like if you go by just the letter of the law, that could definitely be construed as a veiled threat. And at best, that's at worst, by the way. That's at worst. But at best, it's kind of like an exclusion to an exclusive club, if you will. You know what I mean? Because the way it's worded is just so ridiculous. Oh my god. And we're going to talk about another company that actually did a really terrible job at apologizing to fans. A really absolute terrible job at it. But let's get through this one first. Failure to return the diorama may result in limited opportunities to buy future products from the NECA store. What the hell does that even mean? What the hell does that even mean? I don't know. I don't know if that's a veiled threat or if it's a real threat. Basically, these exclusive products like the sewer layer diorama, of course, with Donatello at this stage anyway, right? People really love, people love their turtles, right? And that's a terrible, that is not a good look. That is not a good look, NECA. That is not a good look. That is not how you should be handling that. That is not the way that should be done. That's crazy. Looking from the inside looking out now, I'm dealing with a lot of customers now, like myself, right? With Flipbar and with Hatter Toys and stuff like that. And of course, having dealings with Animal Warriors, the Kingdom, Jason over there, and knowing and speaking with them about how their business goes, and other toy manufacturers, like Brutal Realms and all these guys. We all I don't think any of us at any point would ever tell somebody that you can't order something from our store. You know what I mean? It's just such a it's just not a good look. That's just not a good look. I don't know. Guys, tell me in the comments. Tell me in the chat. What are your thoughts about this? Does this sound like a reasonable thing to tell people? You screwed up, NECA, right? I'm just calling it as it is. I'm just calling it as it is. There was an error in the shipping process. People got an extra sewer set, right? And you're doing good by the fans by saying, please return it. We really implore you, return them. And to show our appreciation, you get $100 back. Awesome. But then as soon as then you turn that wonderful gesture into something just really weird and making it super awkward for anybody to even think anything else than, dude, that was the wrong thing to say. Right? And you're just going to say, failure to return the diorama may result in limited opportunities to buy future products from our... That is a strong statement. That is a strong statement. And what are you going to do? You've identified who got... So if I'm understanding this right, NECA has identified who got the extra sets. They know, because they're the ones who sent them out. They have the extra... They have the invoice, tracking numbers, the whole 9 yards. So they know who got the extra sets. So do they keep a list? Do you guys remember when I was a kid, I would go to the convenience stores, and there would inevitably be some convenience stores that had this wall of shame. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. It was this wall of shame. It was like a pegboard with a whole bunch of people's pictures on it, a bunch of kids, sometimes adults, and they were basically it's oftentimes it said banned from the store. You know what I mean? And they would just have this list of people who are not allowed to shop at the store anymore. Right? Is that what it's come down to? Is there now a running tally, a running list of people who are no longer allowed to purchase certain opportunities to buy products at the NECA store now? I mean, I don't. I you know what? It's my understanding. Watching Hatter's video, it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me if somebody got an extra one, said, "Oh my gosh, NECA is so cool." Right? That's just wicked. I appreciate that. And then, of course, I don't need two dioramas. Maybe I'll just sell this one. Some other people want it, or maybe I'll just give this to my buddy. I will share the wealth. I will actually, give this or give this to my friend at a discounted price, or give this to my friend at the retail cost. Right? Maybe that's what I'm going to do. Right? And then what are you gonna, whatever happened? There's an old saying like, possession is 9/10 of the law, or something like that, right? And really, are you going to punish people for doing something which is technically now their property? I mean, like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then they just go on to say, "Thank you for your understanding and cooperation. We work as we work to correct this mistake and prevent it from happening in the future. If you have any questions, concerns, la la la." Customer service negative. And it's funny because Hatter sort of took it on this comedic stance where he basically shared stories of his experiences dealing with NECA customer service, um, and it was mostly in jest. You know what I mean? It was mostly in jest. I don't really know, to the extent of what it actually was for his experience, but I imagine that it's not always pleasant dealing with customer service at NECA. And just to follow up on this though, if we take a quick look, because there was actually a follow up video for Hatter, because apparently, and I didn't watch this video, but I just wanted to take a look at the thumbnail because right at the beginning of the thumbnail, Hatter basically puts it pretty much out there that there are more threats, and yet again, threats is a very strong word. I don't think it's so much a threat than it is more cautionary, ideas. And if we just go on face value from the thumbnail, let's just read what the thumbnail says. Just because, again, I don't want to get too far into the weeds, but it says, "By now you should have received a shipping label to return the misshipped item. If we do not receive the piece back in a few weeks, you're going to be charged for it and will be exempted from all future offerings." Oh my God. Really? I told you I haven't watched this video. I intended to watch it, but if that's the actual letter, wow, that is crazy. That's wild, man. "Please realize that by not returning the piece that was misshipped, you are taking it away from another collector." That's true. That is true. But what if it's too late? What if it's too late? What if it is too late? What if you've already sold it, maybe, right? If you put it on eBay, whatever. Or like I said, you had a friend who wanted one anyway. So he said, "Cool, I got another one from NECA. Here you go, dude." The onus, I'm sorry, but the onus is on NECA to fix this, not the people who were unfortunately caught up in the middle of all this stuff, right? And I get it. Selling it was not the right thing to do. I totally understand that. You know what I mean? Keeping it is not the right thing to do. I totally get that too. But to tell somebody, that you're going to be charged for it, which by the way, there's the legality about that too, because they could they could do a chargeback. I know that there's going to be arguments to be made on that, but this is a slippery slope, NECA. This is a slippery slope, and I hope you make the right decision on this. This is kind of weird. It's kind of weird, and it's not a good look. It is not a good look. And we have another company to go through this, but I don't want to get too far into it because we have Riot Press, and I really want to bring them in to talk about their newest Kickstarter. But let's just I just wanted to cover this because this is something that was really top of mind for me I just wanted to like cover this a little bit before we move on to the next topic. But I just I really wanted to bring this up mostly for Slam Buster Dan, because this is terrible. Like people are victims of this. They are. And I'm totally not above shouting this out. I'm totally not above pointing out the mistakes of companies when it happens, right? And I agree with Slammer Sudan. It's totally NECA's fault. They need to manufacture more and do the right thing. I totally agree with that. I actually totally 100% agree with that. To me, um, they shouldn't have to, deal with this issue. Unfortunately, it is their issue, right? This is a problem which was created and a mistake that they made on their end. So I totally agree with what Slam Bros Rodan is saying. Nerd affiliated is in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? Nerd affiliated Jay. I don't remember. Did you back the HasLab? Which one? There have been many HasLabs that I backed, but if you're talking about the Ecto one, no, I'm not sure I can. My money's tight right now. I really don't think it's even if it actually gets funded, I'm not really sure if it's in the cards right now. I'm not 100. Things are tight. Things are really, really tight. But thanks for asking about it. The NECA story is absolutely hilarious. However, it's also sad because that shows how sensitive they are to money, and things are getting tight. It's everybody. It's not just like companies and everything. But then there's us. There's just the regular consumer. Money's tight everywhere. It's crazy. But that doesn't mean that's right what they're doing either. Like again, there's a lot of things. There are a lot of opinions going to be thrown around too. Justin Mohan's in the house. What's going on, my friend? Caffeinated Wolf. Hail, fellow geeks and geekettes. Good to see you, brother. How you doing? The Nerd Affiliate. I don't think the lab sold out. But the pre-orders are closed. No, it's sold out. The sales are done, and it did sell out. I actually showed the photo. So they're going to do another order somewhere down the line, and they really got to fix this. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Nolan, unfortunately, legally people have no obligation to return them. This is what I'm saying. There actually is no legal. Once it's in your hands, it belongs to you. I'm sorry. That's actually the problem. Nerd affiliated. NECA once sent me the wrong merch, and when I reached out to them, they asked me to send it back the wrong merch. But all I got for it was a refund. They didn't have more of what I purchased. It is rough. You know what I mean? All these small companies are dealing with very, very small margins. You know what I mean? And they only produce so much. So I totally understand where it's coming from NECA side. But at the same time, this is the problem that they have to solve. Not, there are a lot of opinions going around. There are a lot. Ironically, it was the turtle stuff. I ordered Bebop and Rocksteady, but received Soto Shredder. Oh, that's too bad. Do a poll or keep it or return it. It's going to be a really gray area, and I think I know where a lot of people are going to go with that. Yes, Aaron, it is absolutely bonkers. It's not a good look as toy sales are down universally. It is not a good look at all. Student OG, hail chat, good to see you, student. How you doing, my friend? Slam Bros Sudan. I am not sure if NECA can legally charge people for the ink collecting shipped Donatello Labs. They might try to do so, but you can bet people will just fight back and seek legal action. 100%. This is not their problem, right? The screw up was on their side, and they have to actually. These are veiled threats, and in some cases, they're actually real threats, right? If this letter is correct in the way it's worded, that is an actual threat. So yeah, it's not a good look. It is not a good look, my friends. Super Mario Brothers 3. I'm gonna have to skip a little bit faster because thank you for all the comments for everybody. We're gonna start moving on after this, but I really want to bring in Riot Press. Mega J Retro, are they gonna send the cops to the FBI people's homes next? You joke about that, Super Mario Brothers 3, but it's not like it hasn't happened in the past. But no, obviously they're not going to do that. They're just going to try and charge the card and see if they can legally stick. Because if it were me, if somebody just charged, I'd do a chargeback immediately. That's what I would do, and I'd explain that no, I already, this is what happened, and see where the cards lie. Addy boy, what happens if you send it back used and without the box? See, there's another problem. What if you already opened it? Right? What if you wanted 2 sets? Right? What if you threw away the box? What are they going to say? This is a slippery slope, man. This is a slippery slope. Damon Slayer, Sailor. It's great. It is. Cyber Sudan. Personally, I just want NECA to do the right thing. If they hadn't replaced their logistical staff, they might do it so immediately. They have to eat the cost of manufacturing more labs to make it right. I tend to agree. I tend to agree with that. I mean, this is a service-based company, and unfortunately, that's really the way it works. But if you know the size of this thing, if you know the manufacturing cost of this thing, I see why they're so hesitant to do that. This thing costs a lot of money to produce. And in the short numbers that they actually release, because honestly, only so many people bought this thing, truthfully. And it's a big loss for them. It really is. And I don't know how many were actually extra shipped out. It must be considerable considering the tone of these letters. That's just absolutely crazy. The Canadian, what a fumble, NECA. You have to bite the bullet on this one. I think a lot of people are going to call on them to do so. You know what? I hope not. I hope not, Chernobyl. I love NECA. I really do. I hope they do right by the fans, and I hope they do right by everybody. But I also hope that the people who receive the extra ones. I really do hope that you guys, please do the right thing, guys. Return them, please. If you still haven't returned it. Yeah, no, and I hope Slambuster Dan gets as well. The Canadian charge for it. In say, yeah, we'll see you in court. That's for sure, brother. Slambuster. This whole debacle might kill our chances to get the future sewer kitchen diorama. NECA will have angered buyers who never received Donatello's lair. If it ends up being that way, yes, I can see that being a major problem. I know. I've never heard of anything like this myself either. It's crazy. Absolutely not. Absolutely crazy. Andrew Davis, that is a threat, Jay. Whoa. They're threatening people to get who got the extra dioramas. They know who got those sent extra dioramas and just not going to allow them to buy NECA. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's not right. That is actually not right. That, to me, that is a travesty. That's not right. The Canadian, I have a feeling that there's some shady toy business going on. I don't know what's shady, but there's definitely some mistakes happening. Justin, it should not be a fiasco. Just print the label and ship it back. It's the right thing to do, and you get $100 for doing the right thing. I don't disagree with you, Justin. I don't disagree with you. But like I said, what if they sold this someday already? How are you gonna run after that person? You're kind of in a bind. What if they open it, throw away the box? There's again, pieces are missing. I don't know, right? There's a lot of again, it's a slippery slope. And I know what you're saying, Justin. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. That should be the right thing to do. It should be the thing that everyone does. But it's not necessarily what should be done. I don't know. It's not should be done. It's not necessarily something that can be done. Sorry. Nolan, I had my Eternia canceled through the company I ordered from and still received my Eternia. Never received any emails about it. That's amazing. Holy crap. I'm glad to hear that worked out for you, Nolan. Damon Sailor. Damon Sailor. And a lot of that money is just collecting figures and some mega figures. I couldn't do that. Too much money. It's a rough time for all of us, everybody. It's crazy. Nerd affiliated. Remember that Wizards of the Coast sent Pinkerton after YouTuber got cards early. That is NECA about to do that? I'm not sure what exactly you're talking about, but that sounds terrible. Who are the Pinkertons? I'm a bit lost on that one. Anyway, shout it loud, Jay. I'm just voicing my opinion right now. This is my opinion. This is just my opinion. And apparently it's also Hatter's opinion. All right, we're going to move on in a second. Just want to get these last comments out of the way. Thank you guys again for being here tonight and giving us your comments. I mean, seriously, this is huge. Super Mario Bros. 3, Mega J Retro, Mondo Ghostbusters in trouble, Jay? Hope not. I haven't heard anything about trouble from Mondo. I'm gonna circle back to that. I don't think there's any trouble. I haven't heard anything. Slammer Dan ordered 3 NECA TMNT dioramas. Can't wait to see. Oh my god! And you received none of them? Hold on, Slammer Dan. Let us know. Did you receive even one? That's nuts. That is terrible. Slam, you get 6. Oh my god. I'm keeping here in the room that Target stores are no longer going to carry NECA items. Jay, have you heard about this? No, I have not heard about that. As far as I know, NECA stuff has sold well at retail. So, I mean, there's an entire aisle for NECA at Target. So, I don't know. There are a lot of rumors going around. Everybody's downsizing. So, anything's possible. The Canadian, look at that sticker scam in the States. I'm not really sure what that is either. Can somebody put a link in the chat? Maybe we'll talk a lot about it. Sude Huba, that's extortion. I don't know if it's extortion. I suppose it is. It's more of a threat than extortion. Toy Canucks unite. I know, right? Hal Jordan. It's like the Chase Bank thing, but with toys. People were dumb enough to keep/sell it and think that NECA was going to come calling for it back, and didn't think that NECA was going to call. I hear you, Hal, but honestly, the way they're going about it, it's a bit heavy-handed. Like there are other ways to do it. I think their first offer was really good, and then they should have just bitten the bullet. In my opinion, they should have just bit the bullet and made more. And Davis, I don't know. Let's ask the people who got their orders in last, who are probably going to get their orders cut if their orders are not returned. I know. It's a terrible. I mean, like Slambuster Dan is a victim himself. Themselves. What's shaking Canadian? Yeah. Laughing. I'm not really laughing either, though. It's kind of crazy. Andrew, that of being charged for the extra one, that is crazy. That is nuts. I don't know if they actually have the legal precedent to do that. I think that's crazy. Hal Jordan, my only issue is that it's funny to laugh at NECA, slam them up for the f up, but in the end of the day, people who keep them are only screwing over the people who are. No, this is true. I'm not saying that anyone's innocent in this. I'm not saying that the people who are doing that are absolved of any wrongdoing. No, that's absolutely not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that, you know, threatening your clientele is never a good look. That's actually what I'm saying. Nerd affiliated. Sent you a DM for all my emails, and what they said, they corrected stuff but didn't. Oh man, that's crazy, dude. That is nuts. Appreciate those DMs though. Thank you. How much was it? It was $250. It was pretty expensive. Brian's in the house. What's going on? TFM page 101. I hope your family members are doing okay. Brian, I heard about your friend. Guys, if you haven't already, please check out Brian's video where he asks for help. It's very important, and I hope that that video reaches as many people as possible. Definitely, guys, if you haven't already, check out TFM page 101 on YouTube. Wonderful toy tuber, and he is freaking awesome, particularly if you are into Transformers. I just got in and so out of the loop, brother. We're talking about some crazy things happening in the toy world right now. Slabros Rodan, I ordered one. I only ordered the one Donatello there. Okay, I see. But you ordered 3 sets total so far. Interesting. Andrew Davis, if they don't get all the dioramas back from the people who order them, they're going to feel it. I know, it's crazy, dude. It's nuts. I pre-ordered 3 NECA Street dioramas due next year. I got you. That's what happened. Night Train's in the house. Hail. I'm gonna have to go as long as I can, but Jay knows he's a night owl. Thank you, Night Train. I really appreciate it. Always good to see you. All right, guys, we are gonna have to start moving on because I have a wonderful guest coming in, and he's been waiting in the back patiently. So I don't want to hold him up for too much longer. I'm gonna choose one last comment, and then we are gonna move on. Let's see here. The Canadian. Now's a good time to cut in your NECA and put it in your collection. Just crazy. All right, guys, we are going to move on. This is the last comment, and then we're going to have to introduce my next guest because this is going to be exciting. I think you guys are going to agree. It's going to be so much fun. TFMH. Oh yeah, my cousin. We're still not entirely sure what's going on, but she's not doomed at least. Oh my God, thank God, guys. Definitely check out the video for TFM page 101. It's very important. They're trying to raise some funds for his cousin, and he needs all the help he can get. So please help Brian out. Give him a like and a follow, of course, and tell him that Jay sent you. So, guys, please head over to TFM page 101. You know what? I'll try to find that video. I'll put a link inside in the chat so you guys can take a look at it. I think that'll be it. The last comment from Hal, and then we're going to have to move on. But we will circle back to this eventually, guys. I agree, Jay. 100%. The threat is basically a middle finger to people, especially the ones who got the email who didn't get an extra one. Which is also apparently happened. That sucks. That really sucks. And if that's actually true, dude, that sucks. No, Brian, you know what, brother? We have to help each other. Guys, please, whenever if you can, please head over to TFM page 101. If it's within your means, he's trying to raise money for a relative. Please, guys, head over there and try to help Brian out. But not to end on that note, we're definitely going to be doing some really cool stuff. And thank you guys for all the wonderful comments. You guys are amazing. Big Rib, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. Hit that like button. Big Rib, you're awesome. All right, guys. My next guest is someone who I was able to meet in person, actually. I've been admiring their stuff from afar. But I was able to actually meet Patrick at Joe Fest. And it was a great meeting because they were sharing a booth with Ron and Toy, and they had some amazing things on display. One of them in particular caught my eye, which I wanted to bring up tonight because I'm a huge fan of ninja films. If you were in the '80s, if you were in the '80s and you were a kid in the '80s, you couldn't help. Ninjas were everywhere, man. Ninja Turtles, ninjas. Revenge of the Ninja, the Shadow of the Ninja, all these crazy things. And one ninja in particular was just so much fun. Made by Canon Films, Golden Globus. The American Ninja series was just amazing, just absolutely crazy. Um, and I think that you guys will enjoy this because bringing it all the way back from the '80s is something that I never expected, and I'm really glad that we actually have a chance to see this. Guys, please help me welcome my very special guest, Patrick from Riot Press. Patrick,
what's up, man? How are you doing?
Not too bad, brother.
No, I know why you're laughing. You're laughing because you recently watched American Ninja.
No,
and you realize how goofy it actually is.
What are you talking about? I was watching American Ninja when I was like 12 years old, man.
No, I'm saying you did that, but I'm saying you must have revisited it because if you have in your adulthood, you realize how quite silly it is.
They're so awesome. They're so awesome, man.
Like, when he breaks the arrow,
dude. Just watching them out of the air, and just the training montages, the whole 9 yards, man. Like seriously, I was on Tubi, and Tubi's got like a whole section for like old ninja films, and it's just so ridiculous. So
yeah.
It's a great time to have a streaming service because streaming really helps you rekindle the passion that people have for all these old films and they're cheesy as F. I'm not gonna lie, they're cheesy as F. Anything by Canon or Golden Globus around that time, that era of films was just ridiculous. They were either
that was an interesting time. That was close to Masters of the Universe. That's Superman 4.
Yeah. They picked up all these licenses, which they really had no problem, no responsibility doing. But they're coming off of like Skin films and like crazy ninja films.
Cyborg.
I know, right? Exactly. But then they come out with the American Ninja series, and I gotta tell you, there was just there's some magic. There's some little bit of magic in Golden Globus. They're able to do something.
Well, I think as kids, like we kind of that was like our Snake Eyes Storm Shadows story as kids, and our minds, we just kind of swapped them out, like we weren't gonna get a Snake Eyes movie at that age or at that time, so that's as close as that we were gonna get. So we had to kind of just take it and run with it.
Yeah, but again, like you said, rose-colored glasses. At the time, it was like looking at it, it was freaking awesome. You know what I mean? Like, that was our childhood, man. That was what we looked at and we're like, oh my god, American Ninja, like again, and like Revenge of the Ninja, Ken Sufubi or whoever it was again, I can't remember his name. But that was just this innocent time as kids that we're just looking at this stuff, which we're really not supposed to look at because these are supposed to be R-rated films too, right? So it's kind of funny. But talk to us a little bit about this. I'm going to bring up a screen right now because I'm really excited about this, guys. We're gonna talk about Patrick and Riot Press's brand new Kickstarter, which is up right now. You guys should definitely check it out. This thing's freaking amazing. It is the American Ninja X action figure and comic book series. Holy crap, everybody. It's already raised $15,182 of a $95,000 goal. They got 16 days left to go, guys. If you are a fan of ninjas, we need to make this happen because
gotta get in there.
This is something. But talk to us, Patrick. Talk to us about how you came up with this.
So the American Ninja, he's a side character from a series that I call Johnny Phantasm. I've done about 10 issues of Johnny Phantasm. I've also made an action figure of him as well. I wanted to kind of dabble in the 6-inch figure area. and I looked at my characters and I was like, if I was gonna do one figure, what would it be? And I picked American Ninja because he was like a blend between Snake Eyes, who I love, and also Captain America. I thought that was a really great combo. Now, what you're seeing right here, that is the U.S. assassin right there, and that's a story that we can get to here in a minute. He's kind of his kind of brother in arms, but yeah, I just really wanted to make a really rad ninja. Uh, I'm super patriotic. I love this country. And I wanted to make something that just captured that feeling of what you were talking about, Jay. There's him with a chilling with a ramen racer. A couple of ninjas cruising the town in their ramen racer.
I love it.
But yeah, I just really wanted to make again, if I had to make one figure, what would I do? This was an original plan to even make two figures, to be honest. We just wanted to do American Ninja. Now, I'm doing the comic book with Mark Polton. He's a writer. He's worked on books such as Hawkman for DC Comics. But he had a character called the U.S. Assassin. And I've seen him. I've seen the character in passing, but I didn't really know much about him. And I just kind of I asked Mark. I'm like, is this character too close to your character? Does this offend you or bother you? And he was like, no, man. He's like, this character looks awesome. American Ninja X looks awesome. And we got talking, and I was like, well, why don't you write it? I'm good at storytelling, but why don't you script it out for me? And he was like, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And in that process, I figured out a way to actually include the U.S. assassin in the comic book, but we found a way to include him in this little ninja toy line. So one campaign, two super rad American ninjas, patriotic stealth commandos. Expect a amazing comic book here, and expect some amazing toys here. Luke Wakeford, who's done stuff for Ramen, who's done stuff for Valaverse. He did the sculpt. Shulong Tan, who has worked at Hasbro since Rogue One. He's worked on every single Star Wars figure since Rogue One. He did the articulation. Right there, that cover is done by Don Figueroa. He worked on Transformers Armada for Dreamwave. He's our cover artist. So yeah, I mean, we really kind of like brought in the big guns here for this project. And like we're a little bit new over here in the realm of 6-inch action figures, which I've found out is a very exclusive club to be in, Jay, if you didn't know that. Like if you don't do it right, man, they really come for you. So I feel like that we hired some people that kind of give us a little bit more credibility as a comic book company coming in and making some action figures. And I can say without a doubt, these figures will go to toe with any mainline 6-inch figure out there. I love the backpack right there. It's kind of like Zartan's backpack.
Yep.
You open it up, his claws fit inside, and his throwing stars fit inside.
That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah, like one of the things that I don't like about toys sometimes is there's so many accessories, there's nowhere to put them.
This is true. That is
so I wanted to make a place where we put them. Now here, we have a special all black version of American Ninja, which we're
Are,
calling the.
are these stretch goals, or are these going to be offered as
Oh, they're
separate?
available. Yeah, they're available.
Perfect.
And behind these figures, Jay, those are all 6-page comic books.
Nice. That's amazing. So yeah,
Um, so here we have. This is kind of like my nod to the OG Snake Eyes. Same exact figure, just all black, no paint.
I love it.
And then what we're doing, no, it's not exactly how it would look, but it gets you the right idea with the U.S. Assassin. He's going to be all white, no value, just all white.
The art
Everything.
pops.
So, yeah. So, and again, he comes with a cool winter background. The Black Ops guy comes with a cool Black Ops background. That again, which acts as a mini comic as well.
Nice. I love it. And then these are more of the standard offerings here too, though, right?
Yeah. Those are how they look. Well, something that we do, we use all costumes in the story. So you'll see them in their night ops and their Arctic art ops uniforms. But this is their main look right here.
It's amazing. I'm loving it. And of course, you can buy you can, and of course, you do have different offerings and different tiers. What are you asking for this entire set with the comic, and all four versions of the characters?
So for all 4 figures and the comic book, I believe it's $98.
Nice. I love it. That is amazing. Gets you caught up with the story at the same time you get every variation of the figure. That's so great.
Yeah. Got to double check on that price. Don't quote me on that. I haven't looked at it in a while.
We'll run through it. Now,
okay.
this was actually what I saw at the show, and this was so great. I mean, like the prototypes look so wonderful in person.
I appreciate that.
Amazing with the entire.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know Ace. Ace worked on this. Ace is our toy manager, and Ace knows his craft very well, and he did a fantastic job of getting the prototypes ready. And the figure really turned some heads at Joe Fest. Like people were ready to throw down some cash, right there and then. I wish we had him because like so many people were interested in him. But yeah, a lot of people were taking pictures of him and very excited to see him.
100%. It was amazing being at Joe Fest and meeting you, and of course seeing Ace again.
Joe Fest it was very, very good.
It was an experience for sure. And I'll right now what I'll do is I'll actually bring up the a bit of the video so we can actually see. I think it was this portion here. Yeah, there we go. Because I really did appreciate the fact that you guys actually brought, the whole prototype to the actual there. There you are. Look at that handsome young man.
I know that guy.
I know that guy. And of course, here we go with American history. There it is. This was the whole display. Internet's a bit doing its own little thing. There we go. Come on. But yeah, it was amazing, and I love the fact that both of you guys were able to. This is a different toy line entirely. This is something else. But
yeah, we'll be talking about that one day, maybe later.
100%. But we're there. It is. So this was an amazing display. You had all the prototypes and the character art illustrations in the back, and then we got to see this guy in person. He looked absolutely stunning. Look at all those hands that were available. The extra visor, the shuriken, the the Uzi, and of course the figure himself looking so great. It was amazing seeing that on display and all the hard work that you guys have done. And I'm really excited about this. But I wanted to highlight this because one thing I did want to say is because I was going on so long about the American Ninja. I mean, seriously, this is really exciting for me. I mean, like this is so cool.
Who's that?
This is so cool. Who's that guy?
Who's that guy?
It's this
That's
guy.
just, I mean, I don't know if you think it looks like him, then that's your opinion.
Dude, it looks so much like it. But you know what? Like I said, it's kind of it's like the McFarlane thing, right? It's not exactly him, but it could be him, right?
It could be his uncle, you know, his cousin.
I'm loving it regardless. It's so great. When I saw it, I was like, no freaking way, man. No, because you didn't have this head sculpt at the show, right?
No.
So that's why when I saw it,
like the head sculpts were a little bit of an afterthought. And you know, I think they add to it. Not only did the U.S. Assassin's head came out well, it's not painted there, but the American Ninja's head, I love the job that Luke did on it, and then I love the job that Ramen did on it too, because the paint job just looks fantastic.
absolutely. And I'm putting the because everyone's asking, I put the link in the chat so you guys can definitely support this project, guys, because honestly, this is one you definitely want to support. I mean, like look at this. This is the American Ninja. Come on, it's freaking awesome. And again, like you know, it just tickles that nostalgia funny bone. You know what I mean? Where this is the stuff we grew up on, guys. Like seriously, he looks.
Well, I mean, this is one of the reasons why you know, Riot as a comic book company and Ramen as a toy company, I feel work well together, is because we kind of had the same mission statement, which is nostalgia. You know, and there he is, looking pretty sharp.
Good. Oh my god, he looks so awesome.
I throw this term around. I call it neo nostalgia.
Look at this guy. He kills me.
Yeah. and that gun and the U.S. Assassin comes with the M16 too. Yeah. So
and
I mean, the M16 is classic.
A real American Ninja.
Yeah,
I love it, dude. I love it. Oh my god, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. That is wild. That is so wild. I swear to God, that is just nuts. USA Assassin. I love US Assassin. I love it. This is just insane.
And then the soft goods is a nice little cherry on top. It has a wire in it, so you can kind of mess with it.
I love the weather. I love the weathering at the bottom. It looks really nice. Like
we had a choice to go with some clean cut ones, and I wanted it kind of raggedy looking.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, make him look like he's been hiding in the jungle for like months on end. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Stuff. Yeah, man. Like this set looks so great, and of course that head sculpt just goes, and of course if it goes really well with the Aces of Aviation and the whole line there. So much fun with these two, and of course, I mean, like you know, they just work so well. It's so great.
Oh, I mean, look at those two. Like they're about to jump in that car and they're gonna go get in some trouble.
Absolutely, and I did a full review on the Ramen Racer, so you guys know that once these guys get in there, it's a bag of trouble, man. It's crazy. But I love it. I love it. Of course, here's the tip of the hat to Snake Eyes. This one looks really, really cool.
Yeah, and again, this digital renders, you'll get the idea. But I think both of these are going to be exciting. I actually think this one is going to be fun for our brothers and sisters who like to customize.
Yeah, I think definitely a customized. People can just take this and run with it. Absolutely. You know, which is one of the reasons why we created a customizer's dream for Flipboard. Same exact reason. Because you know people love customizing this stuff, and it's then you can make whatever figure you want. It's so great. Looks like you have a whole bunch of different covers, and these are all.
So these covers are like behind, as I said before, behind each figure, there is a 6-page mini comic, and if you collect all of them, that's the complete comic that you can get. That's over to the right there that's scrolling by, that has the Dawn cover. Oh. So each of them are a piece of the main story. If you're a collector, you know, if you like collecting things like that, you know, one of the things that we cater to at Riot is the collector. You know, we're collectors ourselves. If you're collecting trading cards, if you're collecting comics, if you're collecting toys, we're with you. You know, so we like making our stuff highly collectible. And if you want to get all 4 of these, what's called an ash can, that make the complete story, then you got to get all four figures.
Absolutely. Ash cans are fun. Or in the Master Universe world, we definitely call it a little bit more of a mini comic. They're not exactly the right. Like they're different sizes, obviously.
Oh yeah, they're about half the size of these.
Yeah, and they're beautiful. That's so great. And of course, we have some wonderful artwork from wonderfully talented individuals. So who did the interiors and
Oh, that's me.
oh, this one's you. Oh, there you go. Look at
Yeah,
that.
it's
Patrick.
me and a fantastic colorist named Kyle Ritter.
Nice.
But if you scroll back to the top one, what we're doing in the whole series is all the backgrounds are going to look like Sunbow backgrounds.
Sweet. I love it. Yeah, that 80s nostalgia, man, for old G.I. Joe. That's awesome, dude. That is so great.
Again, firing on all cylinders, baby.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's the whole nostalgia trip, man. It's the whole nostalgia trip. And seriously, this is
And then that's the main comic, for our guys out there that, aren't into toys, aren't into apparel, because we do have some shirts available. You just want a comic? There's the comic.
Sweet. How many pages total is it?
It's 24 pages.
Nice. So it's a full book.
Yeah. And then here's our stretch goal. Like obviously, like usually we're over on Indiegogo, so we're kind of new over here at Kickstarter, so we're still learning some things, and it's been a little bit of a uphill battle. But if we can get to 125, this is the stretch goal. This is a bandolier, comes with grenades, a pair of a pair of clubs, and more throwing stars. And again, like I said, Jay, the stars clip on, the size slide in, everything fits onto the bandolier. So it's not like there's parts laying around.
That is awesome. I'm so excited. I love the fact that everything can clip onto and have a
and this would be more appropriate for him in the cloak, because the backpack doesn't really fit that great with the cloak.
Absolutely. Totally. And of course, this is just wonderful. I love the designs. I love the look, and they fit in so well with other, army builder type characters. You know what I mean?
Well, don't they just look like a part of Ninja Force right there?
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely, I can totally see that. Right? Like they fit in so well with the whole again army builder line. Right?
Well, again, when this whole project started, it was originally one, now it's two figures, but it was like when we were making that one figure, it was like we wanted a figure that you could put on the shelf with Marvel Legends, you can put on a shelf with G.I. Joe Classified. We wanted a figure that you can put on with many different figures, Yeah. And I think we did a pretty good job of it.
Absolutely, I'm super excited about this. Let's take a look at the tiers and what people can actually pick up. So guys, if you want to actually back this project, a lot of ways to do that. First of course, you can send a random pledge just to support the project, which is always helpful. But if you want the comic book itself starts at $15 for the 24-page book, covered by Don Allen Figura. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right.
Perfect.
And of course, Patrick is the one who did all the interiors.
That's right.
And with the colors by the cover was by Mark Polton. Is it?
No. Mark Polton is the writer. And I'm the illustrator, and then Kyle Ritter is doing the colors.
Excellent. $15. Of course, it's 24-page comic book. And 8 backers so far. So guys, definitely get on that one. There's a $48 American Ninja X action figure with the comic. So not only do you get the figure, but you also get the comic included at $48. That's a steal, especially for what I know it costs for a 6-inch figure as an independent. This is amazing, guys. 100. This is a great. I mean, look at the value you get. You get the backpack, which holds all the accessories. Well, most of the accessories. You get the hood. You get the sword. You get two different sidearms. One is an Uzi type weapon. The other one is a single sidearm. and then you get a host of different hands and clips to actually put everything together. This is incredible. And of course, he has side holsters on his thigh pads. And of course, what are we looking at here? Is it 25 points of articulation?
Yeah, it's around there. I actually haven't counted. And something I want to mention is he actually comes with two hoods. He comes with it's not pictured here, but he comes with the down hood, and then he comes with the up hood as well.
Nice. I'm pretty sure it's the standard G.I. Joe type of articulation, so you can expect that at least, guys. So,
well, yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, Shu Long Tan did the articulation for us. You know, he's done the articulation, or he's done, he's worked on every single Black Series figure since Rogue One. He did Sergeant Slaughter. He did Snake Eyes 00. He did it. He knows his stuff, and I think he did a pretty good job at this.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see the quality, and of course, the heritage there. At $48 as well, you can pick up the black version of the American Night Ops edition with the comic book, and we saw the different.
He actually prefers Ninja of color.
Exactly. Ninja color. I love it. And of course, that one comes with its own unique cover, and as an ash can. And of course, the U.S. Assassin action figure and comic, $48 for this one as well. Look at this pack out. Comes with the backpack. Comes with the sword, which is freaking huge. It's an actually massive sword. Comes with a host of different hands of an actual Uzi. It looks like
rocket and Uzi
and an AK-47, as well as another hood and that wonderful helmet. And of course, might come with a head swap. You never know. He does. That would be awesome, right? And this one's $48 with a comic.
Well, he's the one that actually comes with the Joe head.
There you go. Right? That's going to be awesome. Seriously, I'm looking forward to that one for sure. $48 for this figure. Then we have the Arctic, the Winter Ops version, which customizers are going to drool over this one. So yeah, guys, this one's amazing. $48 for this with a comic book as well. And then you have the bundle packs, which is American Ninja X and US Assassin figures, $95 for the set. So it comes with all the accessories as well as both figures.
So it must be $200 for the whole pack. So when you were asking me about that, I wasn't quite sure. I knew one of the sets was $95. So
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there for sure. And of course, this does still come with the 2 comic books as well, right? I think. Okay, perfect. And then of course you have the secondary sets, which is American Ninja, US Assassin Night and Winter editions, $95 with the 2 comic books. And then as the bundle pack, it is the full Monty, all Ninja, all the time, $199, full set. This is the pack that you want, guys. You want the comic book, you want the mini ash cans, you want all 4 figures, $200, an absolute steal. That's only $50 a figure plus comic books, guys. That's crazy. If you know anything about independent productions for 6-inch figures with wonderful articulation, this is an amazing price, especially with everything that's included. Guys, definitely get in on this because we really need this. I need this in my life. You need this in your life. You know you want it, guys, definitely. $199. And of course, this one is an absolute wonderful nostalgia trip, man. Like seriously, I'm really, really looking forward to it. Guys, they're right now at $15,182. $15,182.
We got a ways to go, but to be honest, Jay, I've seen stranger things happen.
No, man, this is possible. This is possible. I'm gonna get more people involved in this. You know, I'm gonna talk to Hatter. I'm gonna talk to a whole bunch of people. Try to get you on a couple more shows because seriously, man, we need American Ninja X in our lives. Everybody, seriously, we need this guy to become a reality. 129 backers already, 16 days to go. This is more than possible. But Patrick, you walk me through this. Like, what really gave you this the idea to make this happen? Because seriously, this is definitely tickling the nostalgia bone.
I mean, so his character in Johnny Phantasm, again, he's from another book that I do called Johnny Phantasm. He's actually part of a group that is kind of like Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends. I don't want to give too much away because I think Johnny Phantasm is a good read as well. But our American Ninja guy here, he kind of comes from. I don't like comparing it, but it's the best way to get my point across. He kind of comes from like a Spider-Man type of background. Like at a very young age, he was a superhero, and he kind of worked up the ranks. For a short time, you actually find out that he was actually even in a Super Sentai team. So when you're reading the book, you discover that he's kind of been through these different phases of his life, where he started off as kind of like a Spider-Man type character, and then he went to like an Amazing Friends type of group, and then he graduated to working with a Super Sentai team, and then after that he ended up being in a type of GI Joe type of outfit. So he's got some lineage, and he's seasoned. That that scar that we see in him, like he didn't get that shaving. Like
Yeah,
he's been through some stuff.
absolutely.
I've always had this idea of who would make the perfect Captain America, and I was like, dude, like Peter Parker would be next in line in my book. You give him, he joins the military for a little while, and then he would be a badass Captain America. And that's kind of what led to the creation of uh, uh, American Ninja, and then in Johnny Phantasm, he's got he's got two gals that he teams up with. One's fire, one's ice, and he's kind of like the guy stuck in the middle. There's a little bit of love triangle. I don't want to give too much away, but that's kind of like his beginnings. He starts off as a young superhero, very small, in a town, and then he gets huge to the point where he's in a Super Sentai team at one point, and then eventually he gets recruited to a secret ops team, and then that's kind of like where we pick up right now. The story starts with him, what's it called, like squirrel. He has like a squirrel glider. He's gliding into a fortress, and he's rescuing someone. You might guess who he might be rescuing by what just happened just now. But the question, everyone was asking me, how come you didn't make a bad guy? Like you made two good guys. And my answer to that is, how do you know I didn't make a bad guy? You got to read the story.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what it is, guys. I think that this is an incredible product, and guys, please definitely check out. I put the link in the description as well, but you definitely should check out this American Ninja X. Guys, $15,182 of a $95,000 goal. We can make it. 16 days to go. But this is definitely tickling the nostalgia strings. I love it, and it looks like a lot of other people are really into it too. Check out some of these comments which we get, which are a lot of fun, Patrick. First of all, Boocat, American Ninja. Nice.
American Ninja X.
That's right, American Ninja X. Yeah, man. Sude Huba is like, yes, American Ninja. People are losing their minds. Chris Green, PTP, my ninja.
What's up, man?
That's right, brother. Absolutely. Patrick's in the house. There you go. American Ninja's awesome. Yes, it is. Let's see here. The figure looks sick. Michael, Andrew Davis. Michael Dudikoff was awesome in American Ninja. He was. American Ninja in Paris. That's so fun. That's so much fun. A nerd with a suit. Andrew got a lot of 80s cartoons when they were just much friends, having a good time and learning life lessons along the way, and they were still grand adventures. Yeah, this is totally tickling that nostalgia itch. Transformers Armada is one of my favorite adaptations of Transformers. It's really fun. Oh, here we go. Andrew Davis. Hey, Patrick. What's going on, brother?
What's going on? How are you doing?
Not too bad. Let's see here. Dave Wonder, yo, always good to see Dave Wonder. Dave, you have to have you gotta get this man on your stream, brother.
Bring me on.
Seriously. Definitely hook up with Patrick.
Let's talk about some toys. I've
crazy
got some things to say about that NECA situation, by the way.
Sure. Let's just take a few more comments from. But by the way, guys, don't forget. Definitely wrong one. Definitely check out this link. The Kickstarter, or just search American Ninja X. Comes up right away. You will definitely not miss it. So definitely head over there. Give them some support, man. This is crazy. Yes, Lord Hoagie, do the cough. Absolutely. Frankie Rivera is like he's losing his mind. Let's see here.
I read that as like Razor Ramon.
Justin, I hope we see more than just these figures from the line. The design of the first figures are absolutely cool. Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, well, it's like when we started this whole thing, we were like, we're just doing one, and then it turned into two, and now people are like, you guys should do like a whole line, and it's like, okay, let's make these happen first, guys.
Exactly. That's how that works.
Because I've been working in comics, especially my own IPs, for a long time. I've got a plethora of characters, and I love to make them, but we got to make these first.
Absolutely. Ray Ray says that they look cool.
Thank you, Ray Ray.
Oh, here we go. Justin, is this comic PG or R-rated? It would be cool to have some adult themed stories.
Well, there's no penetration if that's what you're looking for. But there's some killing.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, if you like the silent issue of G.I. Joe, the Snake Eyes, breaking Scarlet out of I forget what that specific Cobra temple was called, but if you like the silent issue of G.I. Joe, you will like this comic.
Sweet. Looking forward to it. So guys, once again, please consider backing this project. It really is warming my heart. Right now, again, 16 days to go. They got a bit of a ways to go, but we can make it happen, guys. So definitely check out American Ninja X figure and comic book. So I hope you guys will definitely consider checking it out because this was a lot of fun. I want to thank my good friend Patrick from Riot Press for joining us. Patrick, you're welcome to stay. And talk a little bit about some of the things like I said you mentioned earlier, but just before we move along a little bit, we'll circle back to the Kickstarter again a little later. But
sure.
How can people reach you if they have any questions? And other than this, are you working on any other projects that people should know about?
Yeah, well, next on the list is Titanium Titans. That's a book. You can find it on Webtoons right now, but it's also going to be a toy line from Ramen Toy, and you've got some video of that, and like we saw a little bit of those in action at Joe Fest. But Titanium Titans is going to be next on the list. After that, actually, I have I got a little prototype from the convention. If you're a fan of Captain Power, Super Sentai, Silverhawks, Masters of the Universe, this line will definitely intrigue you. But so that's next on the list. There's going to be a collected edition of Johnny Phantasm coming out as well. And then we have a couple more Johnny Phantasm figures coming out. Our Johnny Phantasm figures are kind of like old school Kenner figures, but a little way more detailed. So we've got some of those. I also work on a book called Last of the Seekers, which is kind of like my version of a Robotech Diaclone story, and also is available on Big Bad Toy Store. Last of the Seekers, our robot, is available over there. So that's basically my hub of what I'm working in right now. I'm working on American Ninja. We're working on Titanium Titans, and then I'm working on Last of the Seekers, and then I just that's my area that I play in. That's my sandbox.
Beautiful. Huge shout out to Patrick at Ryan Press. Thank you, Patrick, for joining us. Let's get into a few going back into because people are just chomping at the bit for a couple of these things. But Justin has one last question for Patrick before we move on. What do you collect, Patrick? I mean, look at the background. He's got tons of collections back there.
What do I collect? Well, I thought this might be a question, so I brought some things out here just so people know. I mean, like one of the newest things that I have, I've got this guy right here.
Very nice.
The Monster Force stuff is definitely killing it. I mean, I love the accessories that come with these guys. I've got a few of them. I only brought this guy. I didn't feel the need to bring all of them out of here, but I really like the stuff that Monkey Fresh and Big Bad are doing together. Obviously, I got a giant helicopter behind me. Let me tell you, the wife was very excited about that coming to the house. What else do I collect? I collect He-Man stuff as well. Now you're looking at this He-Man right here, and you're like, I don't remember that He-Man. We have the Super 7 Filmation Shield here, and then we have the regular He-Man body. We have the Savage He-Man head, and then the Savage He-Man axe. So he's a little bit of a kind of custom, a little.
I love the kit bash. I love it. I love.
Yeah, more of a kit bash. So we got that, and then I also, of course, I collect these guys.
Ooh,
I mean,
regions. Yes.
I mean, I love my Four Horsemen. Those guys, and then I get kind of into like really kind of rare stuff too.
Oh my God.
I have this right here. This is I forget, like this was a convention exclusive over in the UK. Funny story. This has something to do with your NECA story. Is you could get this you can get this with a board, or you can get it loose. Now I have a loose Star Wars collection, so I wanted them loose. But originally, I got a one with a card, and the carded ones were much more expensive. And they asked me if I would send it back, and I did. And they sent me, like the order that I had. So I have a little bit of experience with that NECA situation. So I've been there. And then lastly, something that has been on my radar recently is Black Major stuff. There's something about Black Major stuff that just I find very entertaining and amusing.
Man, that's awesome. Wonderful collection, Patrick. Thank you for sharing that with us. So yeah, let's circle back a little bit, not too long, but we will circle back a little bit. Tell us your thoughts about this whole situation with NECA, Patrick. Since you have.
Well, I mean, that's a bummer for somebody. It reminds me of Creed from The Office. He's supposed to be quality control. Unfortunately, I mean, it's the same thing when you go to a store. When you go to a store and you put a price tag on something, and if it's the wrong price tag and someone brings it to the cash register with that price tag that an employee put on there, that's the price it is, So, I mean, these people that got these sewers, they had every right to keep them. Them sending them back is just a sign of goodwill. Now, me personally, if I was NECA, I don't know how many they made, but you kind of said it earlier. I would just tell those guys to keep it and just quickly make new ones for customers, and maybe there are customers who already order them, and maybe add a little something extra. I think kind of asking people to kind of go through the trouble of sending it back, and like you said, some people might have opened them. I think NECA should have just let the people keep them, and kind of just. I mean, I know it sounds funny, and they're a bigger company, so I think eating it, is an option for them. and I think letting people keep them, getting people their merchandise as quick as possible, maybe with something extra, I think would have made them the heroes. Like like here, like they're not asking people to do chores for them. Um, it is unfortunate, but I mean, if they ask me to send it back, I'm not going to be a dick about it. I'll send it back. But I feel like they should have just been like, hey, here's a gift from us. Hope you like it. And then those I guarantee those people would have been on NECA's website or any website buying NECA products, just because of that. It's such a nice gesture to tell them to keep it.
I totally agree. It is just good customer service. And the thing is that this is not a good look, right? The problem is that now it's out there, and toy tubers are talking about it. A lot of people who are kind of like on the whole situation, even the people like uh, you know who are affected by this, they're also not really kind of looking at the outside and just making decisions as to what's going on. And if they don't receive their products for whatever reason, it's still going to be a bad look. So no matter what, by hook or by crook, NECA has to make this right, right? They should be, and I imagine they did a pretty decent number of these ones, and I think that they probably sold in a decent well amount. They should just do another small run, really small, maybe half the size or whatever their MOQ is needed, and then just start selling them over the course of another year. You know what I mean? That would be my opinion on it. And just like what you mentioned, anyone who returns it, sweet, you guys are the best, right?
Mhm.
But anybody who doesn't return it for whatever reason, don't threaten them like that. I
Yeah,
think that's just a bad look.
yeah,
It's just a
yeah.
really really bad look.
Yeah, I think they should have been like, when in Pee Wee's Big Adventure, when he's doing all the tricks on the bike and he hits the curb and he rolls on the grass and he jumps up and he's like, I meant to do that. I think they should have been like, we meant to do that.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you can like the $100 gift certificate. That is actually a really awesome gesture, and anybody who actually sends it back, good. But don't be so heavy handed. In my opinion, just let it slide, figure it out, and just do well by the fans. That's my overall on that one. Um,
Yeah.
but I think we'll move on from that situation because really, it is something which they're really
It's like you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
like it's done.
Good analogy. Bob the Awesome Bob. What that is doing is downright illegal. Well, they haven't done it. They haven't technically done it yet.
I mean, can we get a lawyer on the line? I mean, he might be right.
It depends on the state too, right? There's so many different ways to look at this. I mean, like anything can happen, and in Canada, it's a completely different scenario, right? But realistically, we won't know until it really starts hitting the fan, and that's the problem. It's not a good look for them. Is this actually okay? Is this actually a GI Joe character or licensed third party? No, this is an original character.
Yeah, this is
This is
OG.
an original.
If I had one of the comics around here, actually, I do. If you want to see what he looks like in the comic book, I have some comic books around here. Let me grab one real quick. I see
Sure.
one right here.
Absolutely.
Um,
Bob the Awesome Bob. My thing is, I wish they would have funded the comic first and let people read it, and if they liked it, then do the figures. The comic is coming. The comic is
well, I mean, so I agree with him for I agree with him that he should be a comic book character first, and that's why we made him a comic book character first. So here we see him. He looks a little bit different in comic book form, but there's him, and he's kind of cruising the city with his two lady friends.
Oh yeah, this is what you mentioned earlier that he was part of a superhero group first.
Yeah,
No, I got you. Nice.
and then there's like a little bit of an explosion, and he throws these kind of like ninja bombs that push the girls back, and there's like an explosion. And then through the book, this is actually the title that we just wrapped up. This is I don't know if you guys follow comic books a whole lot, but this is a Dale Keown cover who created the Pit and worked on the Hulk forever, but he did a really good job at this. But yeah, like as I said, he's already been like 3 of our comics already. So there is a little bit of lore. I was originally gonna make a 6-inch Johnny Phantasm, but again, when I started to think about this, I was planning to do one figure, and I kept on saying to myself, if I'm gonna make one, if I'm gonna go to the grave with just one, what is it gonna be? And it's gonna be my Snake Eyes Captain America mashup.
I love it. I love it. So, Patrick, not to throw too much fire on too many of these larger companies who are doing some funny things, but I wanted to get your opinion as well as everybody else's opinion on this. But we do have a couple more questions. Justin, when will we see the next wave of Last of the Seekers drop?
Actually, like tonight, I've been having conversations. That's actually the wife right there. I been having conversations with Ace, because Ace is also my toy manager for Last of the Seekers. So we're actually talking about the packaging for the next wave right now. So my hope is to put in the order before the Chinese New Year, and maybe even get them done before or made before the Chinese New Year. But you will see them come Joe Fest, come BotCon, come TFCon. You'll see the next wave, and then we had a little bit of a shipping mishaps the first time around. And we're having to redo a color from wave 1 because a certain percentage of them got damaged. So we owe some people some robots. But wave 2 will be coming very soon, and also another comic book to go along with it.
Nice. Excellent. Liquid Below Zero says, dope. I can't wait for the fig. That's awesome. Thank you, brother.
Me too. I want it to happen.
Absolutely. We definitely need more backing on that, though, so it's going to be great. So I wanted to ask you about this little tidbit that showed up, and I'm curious about your opinion. Earlier this week, McFarlane Toys dropped a bombshell on us, which kind of caught people's attention. And not such
Todd, what's up, guys? What's up, guys?
I know, right? Uncle Toddy Mac.
Oh my God! Yeah, this thing.
So obviously, Patrick is familiar with what I'm about to ask. But basically, for those of you who haven't seen this yet, McFarlane put up for pre-order on their store. First, it was a McFarlane exclusive. It's since gone to Big Bad Toy Store. But here's the interesting thing about this: McFarlane DC Multiverse Joker Live with Murray Franklin deluxe set. So obviously, this is from the movie.
Yeah.
Joker. Now, it is quite the set. Looking at it, it comes with quite a bit of stuff.
I'm distracted. Oh, and I was gonna say, oh my God, it does come with a lot of stuff.
It comes with a bunch of stuff. It does come with quite a bit.
This actually reminds me of that episode of Seinfeld when Kramer found like that old talk show set in the dumpster that he brought into his apartment.
That's
Sorry.
Right. And then he set it up and had people come over. I remember that episode. Yeah. So this is the actual set itself. It comes with the backdrop as the wall right here. It comes with 2 characters, and as we know, McFarlane characters are anywhere between $18 to $25 each. So yeah. Interesting price point there. It comes with a planter, 2 chairs, the actual desk itself. It comes with microphones. It comes with a handgun. It comes with the notebook, the Frank Murray mug, 3 swappable faces for Joker, as well as a host of swappable hands. It also comes with this accessories pack, which is it comes with life size. Let's just go through it here. It comes with, so there you go. Oh, and the likeness, by the way. Just I don't know, guys. What do you think? De Niro? Not De Niro? What is
man? Look at those sausage fingers! Holy smokes!
But what are your thoughts, Patrick? De Niro? Not De Niro? What do you think?
I don't think that's De Niro enough. I mean, like I'm sitting here in my mind and I'm asking myself if I need a Robert De Niro action figure. Now, if we're talking Robert De Niro from Heat, I
Yeah.
might take a Robert De Niro from Heat action figure, but I don't know. I'm not sure if the Joker looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, the Joker looks fantastic.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. But there, Robert De Niro looks a little bit closer. It almost kind of looks like the Penguin from the HBO Penguin.
That's true. Actually, that is true. That is so true. You never know. They might actually have done something. Something a little bit.
I mean, like this is something that I say I like the Joker. I think the Joker is pretty badass. I don't know if we need the Robert De Niro figure, but McFarlane does kind of make weird things. I mean, he made a figure of himself.
This is true.
So I don't know. He kind of does weird things once in a while, but I mean, he makes fun sets. So I mean, what do I know?
Yeah.
I think I think some people will be down.
Well, you know what? Maybe, but let's get to the meat of the potatoes here. So it does come with some life-size props. It comes with the notebook.
This stuff is fun.
Yeah, it comes with the notebook. It comes with the flyer, open mic night. It comes with the "Don't forget to smile," and of course, it also comes with the business card. And on the inside of the notebook, it's interesting to note that it actually does have the scribbles. So
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It does actually have reproductions of the actual scribbles themselves. So really interesting to see all that.
That is interesting.
Now, getting to the meat and potatoes, though, asking the question though, knowing that each figure is probably around $25 each, just to say that, and in the past, we have had the Batman 66 action figure set. Which I think ran about $35, $45, something like that. So knowing all that, Patrick, what would you pay for this set? Just personally, on a personal level, what would you pay for a set this?
I wouldn't buy this.
Okay. But if you were in the market for it, what do you
well, let's see. 25. Let's see. I would say that's $100 set right there.
Okay, $100 set. That's a pretty good
number. I mean, give or take $15.
Yeah, I would be totally in on this if I was in on this Joker set. I would be totally in, probably between $80 to $100. Yeah. I think that's fair. I think $80 to $100 for this entire set, with the foil cover, which looks gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah, that's cool.
The box is really nice. It's gigantic too. I agree with you. I'd probably be in on this at $80 to $100. Do you know what the set retails for, Patrick?
Oh no! So you already know the answer to this.
I do know the answer to this.
Okay.
Do you know what?
I'm guessing by your tone that it's more than $100.
Well, possibly. So this set costs a whopping $250.
Good night, folks.
$250 freaking dollars for this set. Now,
and you know why though?
Why?
Probably because they have to pay for that Robert De Niro likeness. No, I'm being dead serious.
I'm not.
I mean, how many Robert De Niro action figures do you see?
No, that's probably true. And you know what? And there has been some criticism around this. There's been a bit of criticism around this set and the overall cost of it. So in response, McFarlane Toys actually did make a response to this whole comment. So a few days ago, McFarlane Toys posted, "We've heard your feedback about the pricing for the Joker movie set, and we wanted to take a moment to address your concerns." You can't make this stuff up, Patrick. Watch this. Due to the mature nature of the Joker movie,
I think you should be doing it in your best Todd McFarlane voice. By the way,
okay, fine. I'll try. We've heard your feedback. We've heard your feedback about the pricing of the Joker movie set, and
good. That's pretty good.
We want to take a moment to address your concerns. Due to the nature of the Joker movie, we face unique restrictions on pricing options, which made this approach the only way we could release the product. Despite these limitations, we remain committed to delivering a very limited offering that truly feels worth it. And that's why you package as much value into the box as possible with the exclusive details and features that we help you enjoy. Oh my God.
Well, hope you enjoyed, guys.
Due to the mature nature of the Joker movie, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think due to paying for Robert De Niro's likeness,
we faced unique restrictions on pricing. Restrictions? What type of language is this? We faced unique restrictions on pricing options. What are they talking about?
Well, I mean, so
an R-rated movie.
Remember when McFarlane's toys first came out and they had guns?
Yes, I know
and then they took the guns away, and then McFarlane made like the box with the guns. Yeah. This is the first DC property that I've seen with a gun.
One little gun. One little.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, maybe there's some truth behind it, and it has something to do with the gun.
I don't know. I'm very skeptical about that, and the excuse is so. Despite these limitations, okay. Here's the thing. Here's my take on this. Okay, my take on this is, and it's a lot of people's opinion as well. I think that they kind of got, maybe they did. Maybe you're right. Maybe they got stuck in a hard place with De Niro. Maybe the likeness rights of De Niro was way too much, right? And I totally get that. That would have been a better excuse to me than talking about the R-rated nature of action figure toys. When you really think about it, Deadpool has had multiple action figures from the movie, even as recently as today, and those are all R-rated films. So I just don't get it. I just don't understand. I am totally beside myself on this type of, like, it just floors me to think that one company, in a lot of ways, one company is willing to sort of veiled threats to their consumer base, and another company is just straight out telling you, yeah, because of R-rated films, we have to charge you more. That is a terrible excuse.
I mean, that's just a lie. I mean, it's either the gun or it's De Niro. I mean, that's why that costs a lot.
Oh my gosh!
Because I mean, there's no reason for that.
Chris Allen completely agrees with you. The likeness rights are likely very expensive. I told I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not. Justin, do you think you will release any of the Seekers you made? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we're re-releasing the Shadow drones because those were the ones that a certain percentage was damaged. So we are doing those again. If there's a certain one that you liked, let me know. So I can at least think about it. We can do maybe a variation.
Well, there you go, Justin. And Night One says the Joker set should have come with a Murray head after he gets blasted by Joker and a splatter effect on the logo. Jeez.
Well, I mean, if they came out with a version with Murray with his head blown off, then they wouldn't have to pay for the rights.
Less rights, that's for sure. Totally. Night One, great comment, man. That's absolutely crazy. Toy companies are doing some funny things these days, Patrick. It's getting out of hand. And another toy company, we're going to pretty much wrap it up on this one. Another toy company, I'm not sure what they were thinking on this one, but let's talk about the elephant in the room for this. This one's kind of interesting. For those who remember, the HasLab Ghostbusters Ecto 1 is still funding everybody. And the thing is that with 10 days to go, they still have not broken the 10,000 backer mark. They're still hovering around 9,364 backers of a 12,000 backer goal. So this is crazy. They have 10 days left to go, and they haven't even cracked 10,000 backers yet.
I was just my wife's favorite thing is Ghostbusters, and we were just looking at this earlier. I mean, obviously, it is a little pricey for the deluxe or whatever it is. Yeah. That's the one that I would go for if I was doing it.
It just makes sense. For $75 more, you get so much more. I mean,
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
absolutely
But
insane.
but I mean, this I think this is just a reflection of just the economy, like because I mean, this everything here is good, I mean, like there is no wasted space here. Maybe the hubcaps, I don't know.
Yeah,
But like I mean, everything here is exactly what you want. I mean, those figures being in those suits um is awesome. They kind of look like Imperial troopers, but like in the movie they're only in those suits for two scenes, I think.
pretty
So
much.
it's kind of cool that they made those. Eh, uh, I really think I don't think this has anything to do with people not liking Ghostbusters anymore. I don't think like how like sometimes like a lightsaber won't fund from like one of the new Star Wars wacko TV shows. Like I understand those not funding. I think this not funding is just a tell of where people are standing financially. It's a little pricey. I think it should be a little bit less, but I think this is a big. I love the toaster. Um,
Yeah.
I think this is I think this is a big tell of kind of where we are financially right now.
I think you're definitely on the right track for sure. But what are your thoughts about the early bird offering, which was promised initially on set, and that had deadline, but then 3 days before the deadline ended, they basically just said, "No, we'll give it to everybody," because as soon as that happened, the momentum actually started to plateau really quickly. I just wanted to bring up this chart from Brian Brink. Who,
What was so? What was was it Tully? Was it
yeah,
Rick
oh,
Romanus?
yeah, Rick Moranis was originally an early bird special.
Uh huh.
So he was actually going to be if the project had funded to 12,000 backers before I think it was like October 28th or something. It was just before Halloween. If the idea was that if the project funded successfully before that date, uh, everybody would be able to get a Lewis Tully
Hmm.
as part of the set. 3 days before, 3 days before the time limit, it was just about to expire.
Hmm.
What happened was, I'm just trying to find it. Hold on, just give me 1 second. I'll find it in a sec. Just before it was set to expire, um, the Ghostbusters team actually came out and said, "You know what? We're just going to give it to everybody."
Hmm.
Just like that, they basically just came out one day and said, "No, you know what? Everybody gets Lewis Tiller." And as soon as that happened, and I have a chart that we can talk about it. So check this out. This is interesting.
Hmm.
So as you can see, according to this chart, we had a really great a really great kickstart right at the beginning, and it kept slowly, funding, and it kept climbing. And
Are we looking at the red or the blue?
the red, look at the red.
Okay. Okay.
And then what happened was, you can see here, this was the date that the early bird would be canceled if it didn't make its. Sorry, this is the date where the early bird deadline was. This gray one here, so all the way
Uh-huh.
over, right? But you can see it continues to climb, and then they canceled the early bird a few days before, which was actually on Halloween. It was actually Halloween Day,
Hmm.
right? They canceled it and said everybody gets a treat, everybody gets Tully, and as soon as they did that on this day, they were up to 8,467 backers.
Hmm.
As soon as they did that, we get a flat line.
Yeah.
It pretty much dies. The momentum that they had pretty much died on the vine at that point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got a couple thoughts. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind why they did that is I think we're gonna get Tully no matter what.
Sure, absolutely.
I think the tooling for him is probably already made. If the figures are not already made, I think that might have something to do with it. But when as I'm looking at this graph right here, you're not seeing the jumps, and the jumps are usually stretch goals. Now, was there stretch goals in this campaign?
There's the other problem. There were no stretch goals, right?
See, now Tully would have been a good stretch goal.
There's the thing.
The the librarian ghost would have been a good stretch goal.
Sure.
I think there's things they could have done to kind of make this have points for people to strive for.
Yeah.
If there's nothing more to look forward to, I mean, this might be it.
That's what I mean, right? Because as you can see, the momentum was leading up to the day where they might have actually had, and this is what I was saying in my video earlier today. I think that they kind of shot themselves in the foot. I think that with the 3 extra days they had, FOMO hits like crazy, because if you look at the chart, you see the chart how it does eventually start to flatten out, right? Throughout once they hit their minimum funding, all of a sudden it starts to flatten out a little bit, right? But what happens is on the last 2 weeks or week of the campaigns, people hit FOMO, and those last few days just go crazy. Even the last day alone goes like absolute bonkers. So, in my opinion, I think that Tully would have gotten them over the hump. They shot too early. They jumped the gun and basically released Tully, thinking that it would actually help the campaign, but in a lot of ways it didn't. I think that it would have actually shot up to above funding on the early bird day. I think that's actually what would have happened.
I think it would have helped them kind of like hop up there a little bit more.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, looking at what's that yellow one on the bottom?
That, I believe, is the that's the Marvel Engine of Vengeance.
Okay. But okay, so I mean, if we're looking at tradition here, I think it's gonna fund.
No,
I think in those last couple of days, just like those last ones kind of spiked, I think we're gonna see some people jump in there. I think we might even see some stores jump in there and buy maybe 2 or 3 just because they wanted to have it in their store. Yeah. So I mean, I think it's gonna happen, but I do think there's a little bit of mismanagement of their efforts here. I mean, look all that stuff on the right. Like, none of that stuff could have been a stretch goal.
Yeah, it is interesting that they didn't actually have stretch goals this time around, because that you're right. That does actually get people excited, and it's like a game, right? At the end of the day, it's kind of a game.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, really, the best stretch goals here would have been Tully, Slimer, Ghost Lady. The packs and the Slimers or the slime packs, all those kind of have to go with the characters. But I think Tully, the Ghost, I mean, maybe even like not giving. I guess you have to give the people the option for Echo One. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I think it's a mixture of not setting up the stretch goals, and then the price point might being a little too high for where we are, with the economy right now.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree, Patrick. You got some really good points, and unfortunately, it is kind of that situation. There's not as much money to be going around. But I also agree. At the last few days, I do actually have a sneaking suspicion it's probably going to get over asking plus. I think that most people are just sitting on the fence waiting for that.
I mean, that is kind of like a toy that kind of like has to be made.
I agree. I totally agree. Caffeinated Wolf says, "Shout out to the designer of our Dokuman cards."
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Fellow Riververse in the house. What's up there, Andrew?
There you go. Chris Allen Not sure Ghostbusters are really that popular. No, dude, they're still extremely popular.
Oh no! People go nuts for Ghostbusters.
Absolutely. J Diorama 2.0. What up, guys? Late in chat. Good to see you, brother. Always good to see the J Diorama. Guys, I want to thank my good friend Patrick from Riot Press for joining us tonight and talking about his brand new project. Please, guys, please consider backing this project. It really is a worthy project, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people are going to be very excited about this. They're a little bit further away than they like, but at the end of the day, 16 days to go, we can make it $15,182 of a $95,000 goal. Guys, if you are a fan of ninjas and of course nostalgic 80s action figures, this is definitely one to back. Thank you again.
And plus, I always say, if you don't got it right now, share it with someone that you think might enjoy it.
Absolutely, 100%. Please, guys, share this project with as many people as you can, because a lot more people need to be aware of this figure. And I'm tickled pink, and I hope that you guys will also consider backing the project as well. Patrick, thank you again, my friend. Really appreciate it. Of course. And again, once more time, how can people reach you, Patrick? And what do you want? Like, is there anything you want to tell everybody about projects you're working on?
Well, you can find me on Twitter. I think my name is Patrick Thomas 01. On Instagram, I'm Patrick Thomas Parnell Art. And then there's Patrick Thomas Parnell on Facebook if you want to find me. RiotPressProductions.com is our website. Working on the American Ninja comic book right now. Working on the Titanium Titans webtoon right now. As like we saw Andrew in the chat, I'm working on some Rippaverse trading cards right now as well. And then the next big thing is the Titanium Titans with Ramen Toy. That's kind of like one of our next big things. I mean, Ace and I have kind of been working on this for years, and we've put a lot of effort into it. We're being very particular about it, so that's kind of like the next like big thing that we're doing. Yeah, there we go. There's some of the Titans, and that's only those guys that you're seeing right there. Like those are the first tests. I don't know if you can see the guy, but he's translucent and he kind of like glows. Yeah, those are our first tests right there. So they've only gotten better looking, and I think people are going to like them a lot. So keep an eye out for Titanium Titans, Go Back American Ninja, and just keep an eye on Riot Press Productions.
Huge shout out to my good friend Patrick of Riot Press. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I did want to give one last shout out before we start logging off. Guys, definitely, if you are into toy photography, you should definitely be checking out Sparrow Toys, as they are running a contest to find out who is the best toy photographer for Animal Wars of the Kingdom, the Battle of the Kingdom. The matchups have been made, and they are pretty crazy. We have Sorry Track taking on Emerald Knight Photo. We have Drew Olive taking on DT PMPMP. We have Eddie and his Toys taking on Vaz Pix. And, wow. And these guys are freaking killing it. I mean, check out some of this amazing photography. These guys.
I have to say, coming from a fellow toy maker, what an awesome idea.
Yep.
I mean, like this is kind of what's awesome about indie toy making, is getting your customers involved on this level.
Absolutely, and look at some of these great photography that we're being treated to here. The figures themselves are looking amazing, and of course, we do get this incredible look at some of these characters who people are really just like falling in love with. And of course,
I've got some.
There you go. Love the Spiro is really killing it right now,
and not to mention some pretty nice guys.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
They're all right.
100%. Jason, those guys they're freaking amazing. So, guys, if you want to vote for your favorite photographer and the favorite photo that you guys see right here, all you have to do is head over to Spiro Toys, click on their story, and there you can vote right here for any of these matchups. And of course, the one to win the matchups, the versus matches, will go on to the next round in the event. It's a round robin style, March Madness style elimination rounds, and
Yeah, that's fun.
this will whittle down to the final 2 matches, and of course the third place match. Huge shout out to Spiro Toys for this amazing photography contest, and best of luck to everybody who's in on the round of 16. We hope to see you there. Again, Patrick, thank you, man, so much for being here. It's been an absolute pleasure. Guys, thank you for being here tonight. You guys are amazing. I hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Good journey. Geek proud, everybody.